Falchagu ye Olde Scots, the Beginners Gaelic course. Kimraha Huladunya, how is everyone? Looky there, you already know how to say welcome to and how is everyone. Alright, in the next 25 lessons of Fekimich Beck Gaelic, that's Let's Try a Little Gaelic, with a little work you can gain a rudimentary understanding of the Scottish Gaelic language. Now, these lessons were taken from my weekly podcast beginning back on May 15th of 2020. So if you like, you can listen to them there as well. But please remember that I am not an authority on the Gaelic language. I just love learning it. I struggle like most all learners. And so what I teach comes right from well-respected Gaelic teachers. I hope you find it interesting, informative, and fun. And as always, I display on the screen what I'm discussing so you can follow along. All right, Kersh Maha, which means, all right then, let's get started. Doing lesson 6 today. And as always, I will display on the screen what I am discussing. All right, lesson 6 today is asking questions. All right. Asking questions is essential to conversing in any language. In this section, we will learn 7 question words in the present tense. In later sections, we will learn other tenses, other question forms, and how better to answer them. Expressing here, there, and yonder, and this and that, and over there are very similar and easy to confuse. Knowing this will help with asking questions in Gaelic. All right. We're going to move on here. So, and show is here, and shin is there, and shuit is yonder. So, show is this, shin is that, shuit is that. Ha, Mari and show. Mary is here. Chanel Mari and shin. Mary isn't there. Ha Mari and shuit. Mary is over yonder. And ku show. This dog. And ku shin. That dog. And ku ut. That dog way over yonder. It's kind of, you don't really say it, it's kind of implied. All right, questions in the present tense. You have ko, which is who, which ko ha shin, who is there, or ko ha ak endors, who is at the door. You have kimmer, which is how, kimmer ha a, how is he, or kimmer ha u, how are you? You've already heard that one. Kimmer hanas u, how do you say? And you add the English word. That's a very helpful phrase to learn. Kimra Hanas U, insert the English word ounce Gaelic. How do you say whatever in Gaelic? All right. Kunya, which is when. Kunya ha Iachian. When is she coming? J, which is what. J ha uajanev. What are you doing? Koviet. How many? Sometimes this is also spelled kioviet. But koviet ku aha akit. How many dog is at you? Kersen. Kersen aha and cat and show. Why is the cat here? And of course the last one, which is catcha. Now beware, catcha will always be different. Okay? So, catcha means where. Catcha veil and dunya. Where's the man? Catcha veil and dunya shin. Where is that man? Alrighty. And we're going to move on to some sentences to translate into English. Starting with number 1. Kimra Hashiv. 2. Koha Akendoris. 3. Kunyaha Iet Achian. 4. Jeha Uajanev. 5. Coviet na choin ach an unic. 6. Carson aha and Doris Fosklicha. All right. Is lesson 7 in our 25-week course, and they are numbers and some useful vocabulary. Now, there's not going to be a test at the end of this today. Like I usually give you like 6 sentences to figure out. I'm going to give you a buttload of words here to learn, and I figured that's enough. All right, so let's dive right in. Numbers. So we're going to go right through these. Un, ja. Un is 1. Ja is 2. Tri is 3. Keher is 4. Kook is 5. Shia 6. Shach 7. Ok 8. Noi 9. And Jech 10. And then go after that is un jig. If you notice, you just add the jig at the end after the initial number, and that gives you your continuing number. Un jig 11. Da jig 12. Tri jig 13. Keher jig 14. Kook jig 15. Shia jig 16. Shach jig 17. Och jig 18. Noi jig 19. And Fikit 20. And the same applies here, except the word starts at the beginning, and you throw the other part of the number at the end. So after 20, it's Fikit Sahun 21, Fikit Siya 22, Fikit Satri 23, Fikit Sakeher 24, Fikit Sakuak 25, Fikit Shia 26, Fikit Shach 27, Fikit Ok 28, Fikit Noi 29, and Jech Hikit 30. All right, because that gets lenited there. All right. Other numbers, da hikit 40, da hikit sejek is 50. Also, lehiat, half of 100 is 50. Tri fikit 60, akiat is 100, and mila is 1,000. You've probably seen in Ireland or heard from Irish, kiat mila falcha, 100,000 welcomes. That incorporates these two words here. Kiat for 100 and mila for 1,000. All right. Let's move on to some words. Nouns. Q. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the noun, then I'm going to give it to you with a definite article. So, Q, and then it's NQ, the dog. Cat equals cat, then it's NCat, the cat. Tie, tie, the house. Car, car, the car. Bornock, woman. Bornock, the woman. Dunya, man or husband. And Dunya, the man, the husband. Gila, boy. And Gila, the boy. Nian, girl or daughter. Nian, the girl or the daughter. Mook is pig. Avuk, the pig. Board, table. Board, the table. Boxa, box. Boxa, the box. Iesk, fish. And chiesk, the fish. Kriev, tree. Kriev, the tree. Klarsik, harp. Klarsik, the harp. Brog, shoe, of rogue, the shoe. Rahat, the road, unrot, the road. Oren, song, anchoran, or anchoran, yeah, the song. Uel, apple, and tool, the apple. Chora, sheep, a chora, the sheep. Poke, kiss, a folk, the kiss. Skin, knife, a skin, the knife. All right. And we're going to run through these same words, but we're going to do them as if you were using them as a plural. Nachoin, the dogs. Nachetch, the cats. Natayin, the houses. Nacherachin, the cars. Nabornok, the women. Nadunya, the men or the husbands. Nagilin, the boys. Nanianin, the girls. Namukin, the pigs. Naboord, the tables. Naboxikin, the boxes. Nahesk, the fish. Nakliavin, the trees. Naklarsikin, the harps. Nabroken, the shoes. Nahraiden, the roads. Nachoran, the songs. Nahulan, the apples. Nachorach, the sheep. Napoken, the kisses. Naskianen, the knives. All right. All right, now we're going to move on to some verbs. You got to have the imperative, which is the command, and the verbal noun, which is the present participle. And I display what I'm talking about. And in our displays, you're going to see that some of them are underlined. Now, these are regular verbs, and irregular verbs are a little more complicated. We'll talk about them more later on in a different lesson. But for now, just realize that they're irregular verbs, and there's more that you need to know about them. All right. Aber, say. Achra, saying. Cuddle, sleep. A huddle, sleeping. Brin, speak. Brin, speaking. Cluin, hear. A clunchin, hearing. Coit, look. A coit, looking. Koshik, air. A koshik, walking. Dance, dance. A dancing, dancing. Gian, make or do. A janiv, making or doing. Esh, listen. Ak, eshtik, listening. Fuck, leave. A fuckle, leaving. Feck, see. A fecking, seeing. Eat. Ak ihya, eating. Lay, read. A leg, reading. Liam, jump. A liam, jumping. Aber, work. Ak aber, working. Ol, drink. Ak ol, drinking. Polk, kiss. A polkig, kissing. Rock, go. A dole, going. Rueth, run. A rueth, running. Shall, see or look. A shoutin, seeing or looking. Shes, stand. A shesiv, standing. Shine, sing. A shine, singing. Skriv, write. A skrivig, writing. Stat, stop. Astat, stopping. Streep, climb. A streep, climbing. Sui, sit. A sui, sitting. Halav, leave. A falav, leaving. Hick, come. A chian, coming. And kur, put. A hur, putting. All right. Remember that those were underlined are regular verbs, so we're not going to worry about that. They'll be discussed more in advanced learning, and just know that they're kind of oddball verbs. So we're on lesson 8, and that is answering questions. The other day I taught you how to ask questions. Well, now we're going to do some answering. All right. You'd look pretty silly if you couldn't answer a simple question. So let's get to it. All right. Yeah. Some of the vocabulary from lesson 6 can help you build sentences and practice your Gaelic too. So check that out. All right. Kohashin. Who is there? Koha Andoris. Who is at the door? You would say, is Misha? I am. Or is Misha Ian Moore? Hey, I'm Big Ian. Or I'm Polis Fasculin Andoris. The police, open the door. There's always Kimra Ha'u, how are you? Or Kimra Ha'shiv if it's somebody you don't know or somebody of importance. You always got the two. You got the formal and informal. I'm dealing with the informal today. Kimra Ha'u, how are you? It's Hagama, I'm good. Or Hagadona, I'm bad. Or even Hamichin, I'm sick. Of course, the reply is Kimra Ha'u Hain. How are you yourself? All right. Kimra Hanasu, toothache on Gaelic. How do you say toothache in the Gaelic? Okay, jejik. Avelu jejig akit. That's toothache. Do you have a toothache? All right. Kunya ha I achian. When is she coming? And Jew, today. Amarak, tomorrow. And Ath Oiche, tomorrow night. And Air, the day after tomorrow. Ach, Och Ulin, at 8 o'clock. Be various ways you can answer that question. And then we got Jeha'u Jayanif. What are you doing? Achaber, working. Achadal, sleeping. Ashain, singing. Ach Ichya, eating. Or a driving. Okay. Koviet ku aha akit. How many dogs is at you? That's literal. How many dogs you have? That's what they're trying to get across there. Ha kluk nachoin akam. I have 5 dogs. Ha tolam nachoin. Ha nachach akam. I don't like dogs. I have cats. Which I would never say. Kersanaha and cat and show. Why is the cat here? Ha and cat a furlak show. The cat lives here. All right. That's pretty much it for that. You can play around with that. Like I said, there's a lot of vocabulary in lesson 6. You can just make some sentences up and find answers for them. Do whatever you got to do to get busy in the language and learn some more. And I've got some sentences here I want you to translate, or at least try to. Number 1, Mveil namukan fon and tai. 2, Kachavel achora achadal. 3, Ha and kat fluk agus ha I vord. 4, Ha and dunya on sahar. 5, Avel and Gila on Sahar. 6, Ha and Gila Beck on Loom. We're going to be in lesson 9. It's going to be talking about months and days, and as always, I'll display on the screen what I'm discussing. All right, so first thing we're going to get into are the days of the week. So just to say days is Leichen, Monday, Jeluan, Tuesday, Jamarsht, Wednesday, Jekiatan, Thursday, Jeadun, Friday, Jehunia, Saturday, Jesahernia, Sunday, Jeadonach, and Sunday you can say that, or you can say Lanasavich, which literally means day of the Sabbath. All right, we'll move on to the months, and this one I might butcher up a little bit because I haven't really practiced too much on the months, so I'm going to do the best I can. All right, January, Fulach, February, Garden, March, Marsht, April, Giblin, May, Caton, June, August, July, Lucar, August, Lunastal, September, Sultan, October, Dover, November, Samhain, December, Duvlak. All right, I think that went pretty well. To write the date in Gaelic, add the day and the month in the same order as you would in English. Don't worry about writing the 1st or the 2nd or the 21st or the 20th. Just write the number. Now here are some examples. Monday, 12 January 2017, okay, is Jeluan 12 Fulach 2017. All right. And Wednesday, 20th May 2017, is Jekiatan 20 Caton 2017. All right. I guess you could speak out. You could say Jekiatan, Fikit, Caton, Damila, Shak, Jieg. All right. But I'm sure if you said it the other way, nobody would have a problem with it. All right. Translate these into English. These 6 sentences here. And we'll start with number 1. Hamiadol Anangeluan. Number 2. Avelus and Skol an Daver. 3. Avel A Shia Giblin and Jew. 4. Hamiadol Amok Jehunia. 5. Hashingaki Ahulala Jesahernia. 6. Haf Holak Ha Folach Hohur. Oh, man, yeah. That's a hard one. It's got all that lenition in there. My tongue doesn't want to wrap around it. We're at lesson 10. And of course, as always, I display on the screen what I am discussing. All right. Start off vocabulary to help you in telling time, which isn't always done so precisely. Sometimes they're a little vague in Gaelic. All right. So we're going to give you the English and the Gaelic, and I'm just going to run through these real quick, and you can come back to these anytime for reference. Time, which is Tim. Second is Jig. Minute is Minich. Hour is Urahicha. I've also seen it as just Ur. Day is Laha. Week is Shaktan. Weekend, Jerdig Shaktan. Fortnight, Kolajiag. Month, Mias. Season, Wraith. Year, Bliana. As Bliana Ur, Happy New Year. A decade is a Jekich. And a century is a Lean. All right, let's move on to times of the day. And you'll see a picture on the screen. We're going to have day, which is La. Morning, which is Matin. Afternoon or evening is Vesker. Night is oiche. And of course, say you wanted to say in the night or in the morning, it's ansavatin in the morning, ansafesker in the afternoon or evening, and ansa oiche in the night. Now, to talk about sunrise or sunset, you would use Balin La or Balin Oiche, which means the mouth of the day or mouth of the night, meaning the beginning of the day or night. Now, another way to say the same thing is Irin Glien or Dolfoda Naglien, which means the sun rising or the sun going down. All right, let's go ahead and move on to times of the week. You have today, which is Anju, yesterday, Anjay, tomorrow, Amarlak, and the day after tomorrow, Anrir. Now, telling time, sometimes it can be vague, but other times it can be precise. So you've got, like, question J and Ur Hae. What time is it? You have Ur, which means hour, or it means 1 o'clock. And of course you have Uren, which is hours. Okay. Of course you also want to use the construction, the Ha'e, it is whatever. Ha'e blank Uren, it is whatever o'clock. Okay. Because these are masculine. That's why I use the E, the A. All right. Now you're going to see a picture of the clock face up there on your screen. And we're going to run through these real quick. I'm going to tell you it is this or it is that. It is Ha'e Ur. It is 1 o'clock. Ha'e Da Ur. It is 2 o'clock. Ha'e Tri Uren. It is 3 o'clock. Ha'e Keher Uren. It is 4 o'clock. Ha'e Koik Uren. It is 5 o'clock. Ha'e Shia Uren. It is 6 o'clock. Ha'e Shak Uren. It's 7 o'clock. Ha'e Hak Uren. It is 8 o'clock. Ha'e Noi Uren. It is 9 o'clock. Ha'e Jek Uren. It is 10 o'clock. Then Ha'e Un Ur Jig. It is 11 o'clock. And you also have Ha'e Da Ur Yig. It is 12 o'clock. Although that tends to just be turned into Ha'e Mian La, which is, it is midday. Or if it's midnight, Ha'e Mian Oichia. It is midnight. Okay. We're going to move on, and we're going to talk about a little bit of the incremental parts of telling time, like, 6:30. The word for half is le. Le ur is half an hour. Le ur and j is half past. Ha'e le ur and j shak uren, or that's at 7:30. Ha'e le ur and j keher. It is 4:30. And so on. Then if you want to say it's 1:45, it's karshul gu, 1:45. Koik minutes gu, 5 minutes to. And so on. All right. So that's pretty much it for telling time. You can play around with it, make some sentences, and of course, as always, I've got 6 of them here for you to translate. Let's start off with number 1. J and Ur la Ha'e. 2. Ha'e le Ur and J Ur. 3. Kunyaha'u adol yaki. 4. Aktri Uren. 5. Avelu adol yaki aktri Uren. 6. Hami adol lamak ak and J keher. All right, keep up the great work and look forward to those next lessons. And Martian leave in Dresden? Goodbye for now.